Good day, Amherstburg. It's myself, Laura D'Alessandro.
And it's Ron Joffe from the Rivertown Times, back on the airwaves of 107.9 FM, CKBG, the Berg, for the Rivertown Times Week in Review. Brought to you by the Hearing and Dizziness Clinic, located at 285 Sandwich Street South in Amherstburg, or also find us in LaSalle, Essex, and Windsor. For more information or to book an appointment, visit us online at youhear.ca, the Hearing and Dizziness Clinic.
Last one of the month, Ron.
I don't know where 2026 is going. We're almost in April. April's a week away. And the year's just flying by.
Really? I can't believe it's only March. What? But I feel like we're hitting that point, I think, in the year where the days are getting longer, the weather's getting warmer, and before we know it, it's September. I feel like that's what's coming my way. But that's just an insight into my life. So, but beautiful day today. You know, sun's out, no rain, no precipitation in the forecast for today. Tomorrow, different story. But we'll enjoy what we have today.
Yeah, I'm just happy that I'm trying my hand at a little bit of gardening. I wouldn't say what I do is gardening, but...
Are you joining the Horticultural Society?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Are they going to come by? You'll be on the garden tour this year?
I don't know, but somebody might drive by and actually see some tulips in my yard. So, and they're starting to come up through the surface. So,
did you do that on purpose, or...?
Yeah, I actually planted some last fall, and they're coming up now in the spring. So
I'm so proud of you.
I'm actually pleased to see that. So at least there's a little corner of my yard that's still going to be somewhat beautiful.
Have they bloomed? Like, do you know what color they're going to be?
That I don't know. I actually got them as a gift. Like somebody said, here's a bag of tulip bulbs.
That's something that I would look at you and think, Ron Joffe, tulip bulbs.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so I planted some of them. So we'll see probably in a few weeks.
You should take pictures and document it. Every morning, take a picture, and we'll see how they grow. Yeah,
they're starting to come up through the surface now, pretty looking. I mean, it's I'm encouraged by it. I wouldn't say they're looking pretty good, but because I don't know what color they're going to be. How do I know? But yeah, so far so good on the tulip front, and maybe I do have a bit of a green thumb, and that's not just because I probably don't wash my hands enough.
You're the man, the myth, the legend. I don't know how to sum you up these days, Ron.
Don't try. It's just,
I can't. After all this time, forget it. All right, turning our attention to the paper, front page story this week is March for Meals campaign is underway to highlight the valuable program to help seniors and those in need of healthy meals.
Meals on Wheels, of course, has been a long-standing tradition at Amherstburg Community Services, and over the past years, I believe it's over 17,700 meals they've served.
Jeepers.
And they're always, they can accommodate more. You can call up ACS at 519-736-5471 to order your meal. And it's for like seniors predominantly, but if you're recovering from surgery or battling an illness and you just have trouble cooking, you can inquire about availability.
Or your 53-year-old bachelor?
Hey, I can find the fast food places.
You can still drive.
Exactly. I know my way to Taco Bell, Burger King, Dairy Queen,
McDonald's,
Wendy's, and pizza. Yeah, and the Mexican places. And if I'm in Essex, maybe or LaSalle or Windsor, I can find places there. But
I digress.
Rather than listing fast food places, let's get back on the nutritious Meals on Wheels program, and then it's for $8 per person and
that's a heck of a deal. $8
yeah,
for a full meal. Like you list what they get. That sounds awesome.
It's like soup, bread, main course, dessert, and all delivered by a volunteer. I know they talked about sometimes for some seniors they suffer from senior isolation, and their interaction with the volunteer delivering their food is maybe the only time you get to talk to someone all day. So that's another benefit of the program, and people can sign up for the program at 519-736-5471. And they'll be happy to take care of you down at ACS for Meals on Wheels.
And you'd also call that number if you were interested in volunteering.
You can as well, and I'm sure they always need drivers. Like they said, snowbirds or some part of their driver base. A lot of seniors go south for the winter, and they need people to replace them. So. And they deliver to not just Amherstburg, and it was Amherstburg Community Services, but they also deliver to LaSalle, Harrow, and McGregor. So help out if you can, and if you're a senior in need of a meal, absolutely call up and register. They can always accommodate more.
My grandmother, she volunteered with Meals on Wheels until she was, 85. Yeah. She was a driver, and I know it brought a lot of joy to her too, and it was a way that she could give back. So yeah, what a great program we're so fortunate to have in our community. 4 people were taken to hospital early Tuesday morning as a result of a house fire in the Kingsbridge subdivision.
Yeah, firefighters were called to Kingsbridge Drive, and thankfully, they had working smoke alarms in the home. It's minor smoke inhalation is what the chief is saying for about the 4 people. I'm not sure how they're doing right now. Hopefully, they're okay. And again, the chief is saying it was minor smoke inhalation and a minor injury also to 1 firefighter. So we certainly hope everyone's doing okay. And we hope that everyone is able to get back in the home as soon as they can. I know that's about like I said, about $150,000 damage to the home. It was a duplex, so always unfortunate when this sort of thing happens. So again, shout out to all of our emergency services, in this case fire. All 3 stations were out. About 30 or so firefighters were on scene early Tuesday morning, and again, it was on Kingsbridge Drive. Again, we tried to document it as best we can. It's one of those stories that's not fun to do, to be honest with you. So somebody's home is on fire, so it's not fun. But again, great job by the firefighters. Again, hopefully everyone's doing okay. And it just underscores the importance of having working smoke alarms, which was the case in this instance. Thankfully, everyone got out of the house. And again, make sure you keep your smoke alarms functioning. And that goes for carbon monoxide alarms as well.
Royal Canadian Legion Branch 157 hosted an author meet and greet, giving the public a chance to pick up some new reads and meet the people that wrote them.
They had about a dozen authors on hand at the Legion on Saturday, and it was covered through a seniors grant they got through the federal government, New Horizons, I believe it's called. And so the Legion was able to present this program, and it's the first time being held at the Legion, and the authors I talked to really liked it. They liked the setup, and hopefully they get to build upon it and get more people in. But it was a good first attempt, and it's always nice to promote reading and also get people into our local Legion. So great job by the organizers and great job by the authors that turned out on last Saturday afternoon. And it started in the morning and afternoon. So thanks to the authors, thanks to the Legion, and hopefully people get a chance to pick up some good new reads.
The Amherstburg Environmental Advisory Committee is busy planning Earth Day events, and they're looking for public places to plant new trees.
The original suggestion was to put them back out at the wetlands in Gulfview. They haven't totally ruled that out, but they're looking at a bit more busier areas, a little bit more high traffic, and by that I mean pedestrians and just parks users, because that's where they're possibly looking at putting some, maybe Jack Purdy Park, H. Murray Smith Centennial Park, or other parks in the community that could use them. That way the people can see the progress of the trees, and a greater cross section of the public can come out and enjoy them. And obviously in our parks in the summertime they get quite hot, and so tree cover is also appreciated and always appreciated. And Earth Day is coming up on April 25th. The tree planting starts at 9 a.m. That's just one of the things happening for Earth Day, in a separate event, but also Earth Day related. I know Briarswood is putting on their Earth Day event as well. And I know they're looking for vendors with green initiatives and Earth Day themed events. And so it's going to be a busy weekend, and that includes the tree planting and at a location that they're going to be finalizing pretty soon, I would think. And looking at some of the parks in town. Are they looking for public input on that? I'm sure you could always email members of council. I know members of council on the environmental committee are Molly Allaire and Pete Courtney. Of course, they're also our reps on the IRCA board, and I'm sure they would be happy to listen to your suggestions. And we got more details in this week's RTT and on the web. I have a suggestion: the soccer field. It gets so hot, and all of us crowd around this one little tree. And as the sun changes, late into the evening or early evening, we all kind of migrate through the shade. I think trees out at the Libero at the soccer fields would just be so great because it is so hot. Yeah, I'm sure there's some areas, they could find to plant a few more trees. And I know the pickleball club, I think, wanted. Was it umbrellas or trees or something? They were looking for some shade, too. As well, I'm sure there's lots of areas that trees can go in and provide some much-needed shade in those hot summer months. Oh, speaking of Briarswood, you brought up their Earth Day thing. Briarswood held a March break camp last week. The theme this year was movie madness. You got some photos in there. They're hosting another camp on June the 6th. That's a PD day. You were out. Did you make a hula skirt? I did not. I just enjoyed watching the kids. I don't know how many garbage bags you'd have to put together to make a hula skirt. In my case, probably about 4. But kids were running around having some fun, making their hula skirts. There's a lot of movie themes last week. And they were having some fun, made some crowns. Surfboard. Ari came home with the surfboard she made. Oh, excellent. Yeah, so So if you find her surfing in the shower, you know where that's about. And
Exactly.
dancing in the background, dancing in the backyard, probably entertaining the dog.
Or the kids, yeah. She had a great time, and it's always full. I think it was quoted in there that they had oversold a couple of the days.
Yeah, they tried to cap it at about 20. It ended up at about
27?
One day, it was about 27, I think, 1 or 2 of the days. So it's good to see. There's a lot of interest in Briarswood Youth Camp.
And on PD days, they offer hot lunch, too. So, you can't beat it. And it's a lot of fun, and they take such good care of the kids out there.
Yep, sorry, I was just going to say briarswood.com to register for more information.
And they're looking for pop cans.
They are.
So if you are dropping a kid off there, gather up your pop cans the week leading up to it. They're looking to have pop cans donated to them, too. So
yeah, they're looking to create income any way they can. And this is a nice way to do it. You can get rid of your pop cans at the same time.
Perfect. Turning our attention to sports, big news coming out of the Admirals organization. Their longest serving and winningest coach in franchise history is returning behind the bench next season.
Paul Bourgnon is back, and he was a coach for about, I want to say 8 years. And I know I covered many of the games, and including a couple of finals appearances. I know they got to Game 7 of the finals one year and just narrowly lost out to Essex that year, and I remember that very well. It was a heartbreaking defeat for the Admirals, but they had some great seasons under Paul's watch, and they're looking to recapture that magic. I know they were happy with the job Zach Gervais and his staff did, but they moved on to the Sun County Panthers program. I believe they're coaching the U16 team. So they've moved on, and best of luck to them. But Paul Bourgnon is back behind the bench, and they're going to be making announcements soon with regards to who his assistant coaches are going to be. And again, like the old song said, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Maybe you can kind of adapt it there. I don't know.
How old are you? I've never heard of that song. Terrence is stunned.
The Who.
Yeah, see?
Proved my point.
Exactly.
Oh, there you go. I learned something new today.
Exactly, yeah. We got that full story in this week's issue of the Rivertown Times, so make sure you check that out, either in the print edition or on the web, rivertowntimes.com.
Little light on sports, obviously coming off March break, not too much going on at the high school, but you said that there is hockey in town.
Boys OFSA is in town. Villanova is playing in that, so there's still a chance to get some high school hockey action here in Amherstburg. I know there's games here at the Libro Center. There are games at the Vollmer Center in LaSalle. So check the OFSA website. I'm sure you'll get some details as to when and who is playing and what times.
All right, turning our attention to things going on around town this weekend. The House Youth Center is partnering with Naples Pizza tomorrow, Thursday, and $5 from every pizza sold will be donated to the house. And to order pizza, please call 736-2193, and that's Naples. And we must highlight, too, Cole's Night of the Year is still going on until the end of the month.
Yeah, you can still make your donations at cnoy.org/Amherstburg.
I admittedly, I haven't checked to see how close they are to their goal.
I believe they were in and around the 61 or 62% mark. There's
a push to get there.
It's roughly, they're trying to raise 50. They're right now about 31.
Okay.
So maybe just bump them up a little bit more, get them a little bit closer to their goal.
Get some pizza.
Exactly, yeah.
We'll be doing that tomorrow for sure. So you have pizza on Thursday. You can have chili on Friday. The Mission Chili Dinner is this Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. $15 for adults and $8 for kids 12 and under. They are offering takeout, so feel free to call Violet at the Mission, 736-9140 for that. You're going to be tasting all of Tim's chili.
Absolutely. There's going to be mild, spicy, and vegetarian options for everyone. So make sure you check it out and have some delicious chili, and all for a good cause. The fine folks at the Amherstburg Food and Fellowship Mission. It's all volunteer run, so help support them if you can.
So you can have your pizza, your chili, and then on Saturday, you can have brunch with the Easter Bunny at the Libro Center. The 202 Fort Malden Cadets are hosting that brunch with the Easter Bunny at the Libro, and that's going to be from 10 to 1. Are you going to go out and see the Easter Bunny, Ron?
I think so. And
do you sit on his knee like Santa, shake his hand, high five, fist bump, tip your hat?
I'm not sure. I'm not really. I'm at my age. I'm not really the sit on the Easter Bunny's lap sort of person. I'm gonna grab a picture with parental consent of a child doing so, but it won't be me.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. That'd be a different kind of photo. Also going on at the Libro Center this weekend, we have the Lake Erie Minor Hockey Day of Champions. That's Saturday, first ever for the new league, so that's exciting. And also on at the Libro Center this weekend on Sunday is the Amherstburg Figure Skating Carnival. What's the theme this year? Something with spring.
Rain or Shine.
Rain or Shine
is what it's called, from 2 to 4
on Sunday
afternoon.
Well, very exciting things. Very busy out at the Libro Center this weekend. Anything else you could think of?
I know there's a girls hockey all-star game
Oh, on Monday.
on Monday afternoon. I believe it starts at 3 o'clock.
So you can go to Libro on Saturday and stay right till
Pretty
Monday
much
night.
why leave, right?
Why leave, right?
And there's a whole lot of stuff happening at the Libro. And, so we're going to be very busy there over the next few days.
And Easter next weekend, so we want to highlight too, we'll be closed for Good Friday, next Friday. So the deadlines for the April 8th paper are going to be April the 2nd, the Thursday. So we'll be closed Good Friday, but we'll be open Easter Monday. And Easter feature going in the paper next week. So if you're interested in getting into that, free color on all spring and Easter ads. And we're going to have a coloring page sponsored by Norm Mickle at Buckingham Realty. So lots of big things happening in next week's paper.
Yeah, we got the Good Friday procession wrote back in the paper this week. And that should be getting underway, of course, obviously on Good Friday, April 3rd. About the Mass starts about 9 and 9:30. They're anticipating starting the procession. Similar road as previous years, so it's Brock Street, Richmond Street, Ramsey Street, Park Street, Bathurst, Simcoe, and back on Brock, back to the church. Stops include Richmond Terrace, Christ Church, and St. Andrew's Presbyterian. And they reenact the crucifixion when they get back to the church on Brock, St. John the Baptist. So if you're out and about that morning, either feel free to join the walk or just be aware if you're driving. And if you see a group of people walking, that's what's happening.
It'd be nice to have a carbon copy of today's weather. Today would be a perfect day for their procession.
It would be. It's,
I'm sure you've walked in all types of weather.
Exactly. It's been cold. Sometimes they've had to cut it short just because if it's raining.
Oh.
So let's hope for some good weather out there.
Fingers crossed, right? All right, Ron, nothing else?
The phone books, we're expecting those pretty soon. We don't have a date yet.
We're just waiting for the publisher to send them back.
Yeah, they're off being printed as we speak. And when they get returned to our office, we'll start getting them out there and we'll start notifying the public where they can pick them up.
That's right. That's right. All right, Amherstburg, have a great day.
Have a great day. Have a great week. A shout out to our drivers, Louise and Ashley. They're going around the community delivering our papers. And we'll be back on the airwaves of 107.9 CKBG The Berg next Wednesday at 12 noon and the replay at 4:30 p.m. Brought to you by the Hearing and Dizziness Clinic, located at 285 Sandwich Street South in Amherstburg, or also find us in LaSalle, Essex, and Windsor. For more information or to book an appointment, visit us online at uhear.ca, the Hearing and Dizziness Clinic.